Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Dahnan master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Dahnan master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Dahnan techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
No further! Take it! It's over! I'll take you all on! And you recover it! Do it! Where you stand! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around.
Certainly not.
Light Astrology!
Do it! Eagle Ray! Not a chance!
Shining Supernova! Turn Malevolent Lunar Blast! Freezing Fire! Dash in the wind! By the water! Well, looky here!
You've noticed it, haven't you? Noticed what? I'm referring to Shion. I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her. Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel. And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way? Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from... You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power. Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way. I thought you said all Renins had dark astral energy inside of them. Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Voron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers we encountered might have known about it.
They're surrounding us!
Take this!
Illuminate the storm! Radiant flare!
I'm not done! Megasonic thrust! Dragon blade! Black and flame! We got flyers!
I've got it! Now let a marksman handle it!
Shine! All yours!
I'm out of ammo!
I'm not done!
My astral
Dragon
energy!
swarm!
Illuminate the storm! Healer puzzle! They're all coming after me!
I'm coming! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Illuminate the storm!
We did it!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was nothing.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Shion actually lift monsters.
Megasonic thrust! Here I come!
Air thrust!
Small, but a victory nonetheless. We have a long way yet to go.
one, come on!
This one's mine!
It's over! Thank you!
Lunar corruption!
I can shatter anything!
I'm ready! Light burst forth!
Radiant genesis! You don't mess around!
You're mine!
Certainly not.
Illuminate the dark!
Rising sun!
Holy land! No chaos We'll soon see about that!
I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Do it!
You're right! In an instant! Impact block! My turn! Take it!
Stalagmite!
I'm ready! You're on!
Winds of heaven! First spark!
That's what I like to hear!
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zulu cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Voron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a place like this all along. Go no further! Never miss! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
It's over!
Negative change! On
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for you and truly!
I shall provide assistance!
You're finished! Stardust! Devastation! You're on!
We fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Dragon form! Not a chance! Crush! Vacuum blade! Dragon form! Bear paw!
Do it! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Don't get careless.
Looks like some solid equipment.
Coming through! Damn it! Has to be seen!
No dawn can break this night!
Burn in hell! It's over! My turn! Reload! Light burst forth!
Radiant genesis! You don't mess around.
No escape!
Certainly not.
My turn!
Your death.
You're finished!
Elusive deity!
Soaring blast! I'm ready! In an instant! Impact block! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Raging storm! Freeze lancer!
Dazzle! You're mine! Stardust!
Lightning condense!
Onward!
Reload! Illuminate the dark!
You're mine!
Holy light!
Great! Coming through!
Where are you going?
Take it! It's over! Megasonic thrust! Vacuum blade!
Your wings won't save you from me! Glacial spear! Piercing with a mark! In here!
You're mine!
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
No complaints here!
Floating form! We did it!
As impressive as always. No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
You're finished!
I owe you, Xion.
Healing is what my art do best.
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
I'm ready! Reload!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Looks like we won.
That equipment should come in handy.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegis?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renaissalma, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Dohalim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegis may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell. Are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both.
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegis along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelegion.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the 2 of them have in common is that they're both Renans.
Okay, you 2. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
Get out of this! Take it!
Not on my watch!
You're mine!
Here's evil!
Shine! You're not done! Flash of regeneration! Be still! Got fired! Pull them away! Not shit! Resonate with the earth! Dynamite! On your back you blade! You're mine! You're finished! There! Can you take it? I'm not getting thrust! My turn!
Come forth, holy glimmer!
Looks like it could be worth something.
I'll take you all on! Take it! On your
Illuminate
line!
the top!
I'm not done!
Holy
Here!
glimmer!
Back you blade! I'm ready! Blow them away! My turn!
They're
tables on us.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. Shine.
I can show you mine if you like.
That would be really awesome, Xion.
Could have been worse.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
La.
Yeah, getting close.
Get lost!
You're mine!
Away!
Eat this! You're mine! It's over! Stand! Come one, come all! Megasonic thrust! Here I come! It's over! Double demon fang! We did it! My turn! You're finished! Rising Falcon!
Thank goodness we won. Go no further! This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm! This one's all mine!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now! You're mine!
Flying free!
Why can't they just sit still?
See ya! Can you take care of them?
Take on.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
No choice!
Where are you going? Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a...
Go no further!
In a bind?
Searing flame!
Take this! You're finished!
Here,
Vacuum Blade! Dragon Swarm! Try this!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn!
Radiant Punch!
Right!
Searing flame!
Lightning
Lightning
Dragon Swarm! Make it escape! You're mine!
Do it!
Rending you apart!
any injuries?
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
We made it to Cyslodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Rinwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back, as soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Harros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cyslodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah, now we can focus on finding a ship.
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almadria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it. Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Harros should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. The knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganeth Harros would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Lagiel, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand.